the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Introducing to you first on my right, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with red trim. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Santiago de Cuba. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 4 losses, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current, reigning and defending WBA welterweight champion of the world, 54 milagros, Yordenis Ugas. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over. Wearing white trunks trimmed with flames. As the boxing senator, he is fighting out of and proudly representing the Sarangani province in the Philippines. He weighed in at a trim and ready 146 pounds. His record stands at 62 wins, 7 losses and 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 4-time welterweight world champion and boxing's legendary and only 8-division champion of the world, introducing the one and the only Manny Pacquiao.
Obey my commands. God bless you both. Touch right.
His body language is any indication, he's already out in the middle of the ring.
Here we go. Probing with the jab. Ugas out. He's got a beautiful jab, and he usually
Yordenis has got to continue to use up Yordenis. Jab is going to do reset.
Thurman in the first combination. Ugas is going to have to decide.
Nice jab that Ugas just stepped it right.
You expect you can get some room, and right now, because he's created the distance.
Hit him with the right hook. Man will close that gap. It's in the first round. He's in with a very
Manny
landed the fighting spirit, very mobile. It's Pacquiao showing the.
Yeah, he on the outside of that line. The fact that Ugas is smart, I think he threw 3 times so far.
Yeah. You can see Ugas would like to Pacquiao, and he can see the power.
If he'll come back and counter you.
You see what I'm saying? Look, the jabby, it's going to lead to the success for Ugas.
But I just think the effort alone by Pacquiao won him that.
I agree, but Ugas wasn't keep Manny off of him, but the other push at the end of the respect.
Punches thrown, and not only that, it's the first one out.
Fighter has the Cuban background, intellectual fighters.
Look at that, I mean, no one's gonna know a pro at the age of 6. And I would say even is still the more menacing, isn't he? When he jumps in with...
Really working in an occasional jab right now, and he's really on some that he should be
by a right hand. Pacquiao is still busy with his hands. Ugas outland.
I can also see the patience of Manny, and he's getting hit with the jab. We can't ignore so that he'll open.
I agree with for that to land that picture's doing, Shawn. And most of the conventional is towards the power side, Manny Pacquiao, which is unusual. Encourage it with southpaw.
Interesting in that Pacquiao is throwing much more accurate. Round number 2. Pacquiao jumps in. Pacquiao has to respect that.
Very good round of boxing by Ugas. That shell defense that he likes. Manny pretty well with the.
Ugas's fiancée ringside here. As we get it on the jab 6 in favor of Yordenis Ugas. Pacquiao jumps in with a jab, but to be there and gain his respect
just by keeping, because right now Ugas is not busy.
It was because of his jab, and he was up than he is now here in the third. Puzzle to solve.
Jab back in that right hand. Another
Cuban hook, and he's not ready for that punch.
Ugas able to
got a nice little view corner and then come down the middle with it. Eventually,
his feet and give Ugas.
What's the look you're looking for?
I'm looking for in and out. I'm looking for pick.
Right hand. Make this a war. If you stand at, Ugas is able to fight at distance.
Move his feet very well.
Pacquiao was not moving around the ring. You're 2 years ago.
You know what it looks like.
Big hook right.
Looks to me like he just wants to ball through Ugas. He wants to go get him.
He wanted a piece of Ugas. Yordenis Ugas. Ugas normally throws 28 jabs around. He's throwing 25 jabs per round in this fight. Doesn't appear that left hand is injured. Look at Pacquiao go and block those shots.
Bill's giving the judges right now. Here it is. You look, boy. That was right on the bell line.
Oh, listen, Joe. A little low.
I thought it was fine. Point. It was a warning, not a point taken away.
Warning, and right now Pacquiao's letting his hands go.
Tell you what Ugas is doing, then I'm
You know, you've got to get in. Seems to want to mix it up, and that's probably his best chance for victory against a game Yordenis Ugas.
Saying, throw it, Manny, because I...
The body from Ugas.
Another bell didn't say anything there, although
Blocked. Up the middle, left hand.
You see, every time Manny gets hit with the jab, puts us out of disgust, and almost like because he can't time the jab right now.
Wow, it's a beautiful...
by Pacquiao on a little turn.
Fire too. Ugas class level for a long...
No!
So far. Jab Ugas throws.
I'm telling you, so what I felt was that's what I did. Manny
Used the ring.
Exactly.
I don't know if Manny's losing this fight. I'm Shawn, of course. You know, I think it's a close fight.
But I got Pacquiao. Look, Pacquiao appeal. He may not have the quick, got those fast hands, and got him ahead, 39-26.
Thank you. By the way, punches land. Power for Pacquiao sparked up a bit.
It is, but I agree. He's like making...
Those jabs, that right hand lands by Ugas. Now the jab in the right hand. Three-punch combination up just a bit, which favors... Plant is in Ugas' corner.
Back to you, Brian.
Where he had a point taking a warning, giving Manny a little bit on his belt. Round number 5.
In the meantime, 2 lead left hands and a couple of jabs just like that. And there goes Ugas back. But it was a good counter shot by Ugas. He's on fire.
42-year-old man.
He does not want to lose. Neither guy does, obviously. But Manny...
Yeah, Manny knows how to win fights. It's the 5th round. However, Ugas has more control of this match than Manny Pacquiao.
Chinky is looking on. She can barely look. The biggest there by Pacquiao.
By Ugas right there. There's a lot of give and take right now. So we're halfway through the fight.
I'm going to step out of it, so I'll just tell you, let's prepare for this fight as Ugas.
15 more punches in round, but Whoopi box the jabs Larry, and that jab and that double big difference off the jabs with the right hand. Pacquiao, though, with the energy, and to your point that he's got energy, his aggression from Pacquiao.
Right hand lands is the long
2% of this fight is that long jab.
He's looking. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Manny's taking his energy, but again, best round.
No question.
I'll tell you what I like. I like the fact that Ugas is giving. Sometimes he's willing to stay right there. It's a puzzle, and Manny has not solved.
See punches landed. It's very number 1 welterweight in the world, but Ugas, who
now is he gonna flip it?
The truth, I think it'll give incentive to do what he's doing. I think meeting the challenge.
Just like that, he's gonna be able to keep at distance, land that right. Pacquiao jumps back in here, and we don't know how the judges will have it. They have top flight judges for the, and you see the jabs landing some momentum. Set piece, Joe.
I liked what King basically worries. He makes it look to Shawn earlier that Ugas a lot to be said on both the pillars. It's a very competitive fight. Right. One's running away with it.
No question. Yeah, flurry those shots blocked. Ugas was able to land that as he throws it.
He knows what's coming. He slips and he comes back up. So, you know, fighting and doing well with it.
Pacquiao, are you incurring on the other fighter? Those
Ugas is picking moments to let go of his
number 7, scheduled for 12, able to move Pacquiao back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back. Look at that double jab up in the right hand.
Expect of Ugas if he wants to win. Jab is a setup for your next punch.
Yeah,
not closing the gap, make it a fight. Slight favor hands from Ugas. Pacquiao now pick up the pace to another gear at his age.
Yeah, they.
Wait, they're trying to convince viewers that Ugas
is my guy. And I know he would be talking about.
Hold on, let me have Mike.
Hey, listen.
Right. That's all well and good.
Manny Pacquiao, 2 years removed, came back, shocked the world. Decision over Keith Thurman, that gave him momentum in that fight.
Manny Pacquiao, and I started to feel this about this fight where you got. So I feel like it's getting.
Pacquiao ahead by 1.66. Ugas I got Ugas ahead. Right? We'll see how 67, 66.
No,
thank you. Yeah, no, coming back. Throughout.
But now he included it on the right. Okay.
What's controlling this fight in
not controlled. What we said was that the beginning of the fight, Pacquiao was and Ugas was much. He's throwing the hard shots behind the jab. Nobody's going to deny that. He's winning.
Coming back.
That's why they had bleeding on that cut.
They cut right over the right eye. It's not 30 seconds to go here in round number 8.
Finish your combination.
Yeah, even if he moves away.
Too much moving straight backwards for Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao tries to come out of his head. Ugas has been able to. Good hard right. Thomas Dulorme, Omar Figueroa, Mike Dallas Jr., Ramos, inexplicably re-engaged. You see, it is close. The jet 45-32. And Manny Pacquiao once again being put to the test.
Stop!
Pacquiao faces energy level.
Rounds because I'm going to give credit where I think what do. Pacquiao's having a hard time landing a clean shot. Right. I'll tell you the truth, even if he's busy at times, where I think Ugas is.
Left hand at home, and he's changing the rhythm a little bit.
You're going to lose this fight with a few rounds. We're in the 9th round right now. You know,
and again, that said,
Did against control the first came on late at the end. Keep his foot on the gas pedal, or he will come far behind.
And not only that, it keeps Pacquiao in his hands. A lot of those shots are re-engage mode, and box the way he wants to box.
Beautiful counter off. He just comes back with that right punching by Ugas. You know, look, there's no doubt he's that fight.
Yeah. Ugas since round 5. As we get now to Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if he's assuming enough to win a lot of these rounds.
No, Salas is not going to. He told him that you've got to, don't leave.
But again, he's older now. He's 42.
I like the coaching right there from Silas.
Exchange now.
And he also told you with it off.
Right off the jab, too. Double follows with the right hand.
And Manny keeping that left hand at home. Manny getting caught with a clean right hand by Ugas, but now he's keeping that left hand.
Landed a right hand to the body. Now, the signature,
that's the
power
problem.
shot.
3 out of the 4 punches.
Joe, that's the one that caught Key. Get it again. That's sending the sweat flying from Pacquiao.
And a very clever.
From Yordenis Ugas in this fight. Moments when he just blocked, and then also moments where then there's one more where he'll stay and exchange. And the range and the distance because of that. Those different looks, those different ending. Manny Pacquiao's punching has kept Manny guessing. Virtually.
Ugas able to Pacquiao. Hard right hand off the jab. Able to land his jab.
Ugas is having his way the last half of the fight.
Ugas has outlanded Pacquiao.
Whether or not
I think the feint's going to open something a little more and try to set.
Pacquiao just does not present the same threat, but a very strong man. Pacquiao is still under. Obviously has the power when they exchange round as the energy is on. He shot lands for Ugas.
Pacquiao to get something done. He's behind right now, and he's got to get something.
Well put, Joe. Brutus trying to come in and bum rush him.
Yeah. And it was never set up. Anything Ugas is ever Manny's going to present to him now at this point.
Wow, cuffing the ear.
Pacquiao's got his hand up hip to that punch, even though the problem there.
Right on the belt right there. You wonder what the future is for Manny Pacquiao. How much is left? We're enjoying this.
Yeah.
He's trailing. I'm enjoying this.
I promise you, BK, Yordenis Ugas, who knew what he was Pacquiao, trying to submit his legacy. There you go.
Well, Ugas makes himself a real play. Thus right here, a public perception. In here in the final seconds in round 11. His final round.
Hey, let's enjoy
Dulorme
it.
on short notice, he got this fight hard. So he was getting ready, and here we go.
I'm not saying this until right now, just notice to use head movement, but movement to get out of the way of the shots. Manny never had.
Yeah, for most of his career hurt, but he got 2 minutes.
No, I'm fair to say Manny needs a knockout.
We're missing. Ugas again got a split decision against Abel Ramos in this bout.
He's found a home for that right hand is thrown. It's making him really cover up. Found a home for it.
And you know what? It's not just energy early in the Big George Foreman at 45.
He's left Manny still.
Yeah.
Final 30 seconds, hard body shot, possibly.
Manny landed it right there.
But the intensity of a lifetime when Spence. Final 10 seconds. He has done enough of a legend.
This could be a huge upset. Of course, the Vegas they had. Look,
and now Ugas goes over the corner to show respect.
Man,
yeah.
There. You got the win over that dude.
I said that Yordenis Ugas has to win a fight in order for me to look at him as a champion. And not only did he maybe win this fight, he did a very outstanding job.
All 3 in favor of the winner and still champion Yordenis Ugas.
These are very good judges, and they had it 8-4 by 8-4.
And I think Larry Hazard had it right in terms of that first half of the fight, where Pacquiao probably won the majority of his rounds. The rest of his life outside of a gym, you know what it's like. It's a grueling struggle.